A familiar sight in the UN Security Council, yet another veto by a permanent member, meaning the resolution under discussion will not be passed and the UN as a whole will be unable to act.
A new approach is needed, grounded in international law, including the enforcement of this Council's resolutions. Council members who question the binding status of these resolutions or who use their veto to protect an ally or to oppose a geopolitical rival are eroding the Council's authority. They also undermine their own reputations and long-term interests.
When the UN first convened in what was to become its New York home in October 1946, the veto was already embedded in the Security Council structure. The 5 permanent members were granted this status because of their importance after the Second World War and purportedly to ensure that major powers would act together to maintain international peace and security. But today, Israel continues its war on Gaza with no UN intervention, and resolutions coming before the Security Council are vetoed by the United States, just as it has vetoed the vast majority of prior resolutions sanctioning Israel for its illegal occupation of Palestinian territory. The US wants to enlarge the Security Council, but it will not budge on its refusal to give up the veto while criticizing Russia for using it.
You have a country, a permanent member of the Security Council, who has broken every single tenet of the Charter by invading a neighbor, actually compromising the sovereignty of that country and the borders of that country. And that country sits on the Security Council with a veto.
Russia's war against Ukraine continues unchecked. Any action contemplated by the Security Council is vetoed by the very country waging the war. And while there may be reforms like increasing the size of the Security Council, the veto is likely to remain.
I think all those things are possible, and I'm hoping for progress in all of them. I am skeptical about the possibility to have an abolition of the veto. That doesn't mean, as I said, that I like it.
Outside the main doors to the UN, a sculpture symbolizing what is supposed to be the organization's reason for being, to stop or prevent war. Critics describe it as a reminder that the organization is failing.